Cuties to me represents queers, coffee, and community.
A part of the design of the space is to intermix our community with people who may not have exposure to our community. We want them to get served coffee by a trans individual and have it not be a big deal. My hometown is Verona, Virginia. We were in the second most conservative county in Virginia. I didn't know any queer people, none. So when I was growing up, I learned that it was better to hide who you were, and that set the tone for me.
In my hometown of Fairfax, there was no queer community. It was pretty conservative. My last year of high school, we got our gay-straight alliance, and it was quite small. I remember I felt safe joining because it was the gay-straight alliance. So you always had this plausible deniability, like, oh, like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm there as a supporter. But it also felt very threatening. Like, we had a kid outside the front door when we were coming out calling people faggot as they were leaving, and eventually a teacher intervened. Owning and operating a queer business, you're basically coming out to everybody. It's an irreversible decision, but it's also incredibly liberating.
With the current administration and the political climate, we don't know how much time we have. We wanted to live the rest of our lives as if this was the last project that we could do. I know one trans feminine person who, the very first day they went out into the city presenting Femme, came here. And that was a big part of what enabled them to go out, because in the middle of their journey throughout the entire city, they knew that they could fill up here, that they would be safe here, that they could rest here. And then they could take the journey back home. And when you are facing that amount of adversity, just to leave your house and come here makes me cry.
What's super exciting to me is just like giving people a safe space to just be themselves and explore and understand themselves and their community better.
I'm energized by the look on everyone's face when they come in. Sometimes they know what the establishment is, sometimes they don't, but there's usually a huge sense of relief when they walk through the doors. And once they're able to be taken care of and I can be in service mode and give them something that they want or need that makes them feel even better, that fills me up. So people don't open coffee shops typically to make a lot of money. To make a lot of money on coffee shops, you have to make a lot of them. So to open just one, you have to be very, very careful.
It's a big leap of faith, right? Like, you have an idea and a concept, but then you're kind of flinging yourself out into the universe and hoping that the universe catches you a little bit. So it's nerve-wracking at times, but every step of the way we've been affirmed by the community that's come out and telling us, like, this is amazing. I've never had a community like this before. I've never had an experience like this before. I've never felt so accepted before. And that really bolstered us along the way. Cuties is absolutely an act of self-care.